Hello class, for chapter 2, I wanted to speak a little bit about mission statements, vision statements, and also now that we know what marketing is from chapter 1, let's go ahead and go into what exactly is our goal here and how do we get to our goal. And so let's start with marketing today, that it's a busy world. Lots of noise everywhere, especially with the internet and social media. Imagine how much you consume on a daily basis, and all that consumption is then littered with ads all over the place. And so you have to think to yourself, it must be very difficult to be one of these companies right now trying to get your attention because they're fighting against all sorts of competition in other companies. So a lot of marketing today, the idea, and we learned about this with the history of marketing. In the past, if you made a good product, it could sell itself. Today, that's not the case. Today, there's all sorts of options when it comes to eat, when it comes to what kind of car to buy, when it comes to what kind of clothes you want to purchase and wear, what kind of makeup, etc. So many choices. So the times of trying to be the one brand that sells you everything is very difficult, right? And so a lot of marketing today is understanding who you are as a business and who you're selling to. And so the times of this quote here, all things to all people, it's really hard to do that. It's almost impossible. You just don't have enough time, enough resources, and people just aren't going to flock to one thing. People like to have individual brands that they identify with. So you cannot be all things to all people. It's almost impossible. It's way easier to be perfect fit for a select amount of people. How many customers do you really need to turn a profit? You don't need everyone. I can tell you that right now. There's plenty of businesses serving certain demographics, certain people, and they're sustaining themselves just fine. So identifying where those people are that want to buy your product is a key to success. How does this relate to the whole class? Well, the first few chapters of this class will start with some analysis, understanding where you are, who are you, and then you can start getting into plan of what are you going to do to meet your goals and how are you going to do it. So that's how this goes. We have to identify where we are today in order to find a place in the future. And that's what this plan looks like here, starting with step 1, step 2, step 3, make a marketing plan, implement that marketing plan, and then we evaluate how well did that plan go? Did we reach our goals? Did we fall short? What went well? What didn't go so well? Can we make little tweaks? Do we have to make big changes? And then over and over again. Marketing plans and marketing activities are ongoing. Some companies do it by month, some companies do it by quarter, but every so much time you have to revise what you're doing as far as marketing and adapt to the times, because times are changing. Core values and mission or vision statement. So the definition of core values are the fundamental, passionate, and enduring principles of an organization that guides its conduct over time. And I'll give you an example of core values. Apple Computers, when Steve Jobs was still at the helm, one of their values was to think different, right? Let's not do what everyone else is doing. Let's make something that's better. Let's make something that is outstanding, and let's disrupt the industry. And they did that many times over with the MP3 player, with the iPhone, with laptops and tablets, and so on and so on. And you can see that core value, the core idea of let's not be like everyone else, let's do something special, has guided them to be one of the most valuable companies in the world. Then comes mission and vision statement. A mission statement is the organization's function in society that often identifies its customers, markets, products, and technologies. The term is often used interchangeably with vision. Oftentimes I hear the vision statement has to do with even further out in the future, where the mission statement often has to do not only with the future, but also the present. Because when you vision something, you're envisioning it. Where do you want to be? Mission has a little bit of that, but also it is set in today's time as well. And let's look at some examples. Here's the first one: to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Can you guess this company? Pause your video. They define what that asterisk means in case you're curious. That was Nike. Nike, the shoe, the apparel company. Here's another one. Our mission is to be the world's premier consumer products company focused on convenient foods and beverages. We seek to produce financial rewards to investors as we provide opportunities for growth and enrichment to our employees, our business partners, and the communities in which we operate. And in everything we do, we strive for honesty, fairness, and integrity. Can you guess the company? Pause your video. Coca-Cola? No, it actually is Pepsi-Cola. Yeah, because they do sell food as well. They own Frito-Lays. Now, I just want to show you, look at this. Nike, one sentence. Pepsi-Cola, many sentences. Very different approaches, but they both are saying something similar, which is who are they, who do they serve, and what do they do? Last one, to accelerate the world's, or second to last, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla. So another very simple one. I have an article here in case you want to see like what apparel stores, for example, if you're interested in apparel, what might be a mission or vision statement for that. So now let's take Las Positas College, which we recently updated this. And now that I've been at the school for a little while, I found out that the process that this question is asked throughout the entire faculty as well as administrative staff. So it's not just the marketing department that is involved in this decision. They ask the entire institution, everyone that works under at Las Positas, what do they think should be included? And because they, ask everyone, you'll notice that it's very broad and it covers a lot because they want to make sure that they're very inclusive. So, mission statement: Las Positas College is an inclusive, learning-centered institution providing educational opportunities and support for completion of students' transfer, degrees, basic skills, career technical, and retaining goals. That's pretty good. Vision statement: Las Positas College strives to be California's premier community college, setting the standard through opportunities for developing knowledge, skills, values, and abilities that foster engaged and contributing members of society, right? So that's our dream, right? That's our vision. We just want to enrich the community and grow as being, a leader, if you will. Having good instructors and having people tell their friends that they had a really good experience. That's part of our vision. And so when you get hired at Las Positas College, you can read these statements and it sets a standard that you and your colleagues and the rest of the institution can stand behind. And so when it comes time to making a decision, whether it's a marketing decision, a finance decision, a construction decision, you often will look back at your mission and your vision statement, or if you only have one, and say, well, does this align with our mission? And if it doesn't align, then maybe this is not something that you should be pursuing. If it does align with your mission, then you understand that it's to the common goal that you all are trying to achieve. Furthermore, you may update your mission and vision statement as technology gets better, as the competition changes, as your product or service evolves. You will want your mission and vision statement to also reflect those recent changes as well.